Well, in the midst of that massive pileup on I-78, a reporter from our sister station, WFMZ in Allentown, was stuck with the hundreds of other drivers. Eve Tannery joins us now live with more from New Smithville with what she had to go through and how things are shaping up now. Eve, thanks for joining us.
Sure, Rick. Good afternoon. Well, I'm finally smiling now. As you mentioned, our news van was one of the hundreds of cars and trucks stuck in this massive pileup this morning. We were attempting to get around the backup, and unfortunately, we weren't successful just because things were backing up like crazy so quickly. Finally, we were able to exit at the New Smithville exit after about 5 hours, and as you can see, roads are now cleared. They have moved as much traffic as possible, and then the PennDOT crews have been moving in, finally starting to salt and plow these roads because obviously with the backup this morning and yesterday, they weren't able to tend to these roads at all. Now, fire and rescue crews, as John Rollins mentioned, along with the National Guard, are now working to free the cars that do remain stuck on I-78 this noon. Some folks who got stuck in the mess this morning with us, but they had no idea what they were getting into. Tell me, were you aware of these problems?
Well, yesterday afternoon I was, but I thought they had it all taken care of.
We should have had the snow plows out earlier, and you know, this is all a truck route out through here.
What are your biggest concerns?
Running out of gas.
Your years as a truck driver, have you ever seen anything like this?
I've been driving for 10 years, CDL, A license, and I never experienced like this. I've experienced a lot of stuff, but not this delay.
And it certainly was a sight none of us hoped to see again. Unfortunately, PennDOT officials at last word told us that it could be hours until this mess is cleaned up once and for all. Live in New Smithville, I'm Eve Tannery for Channel 6 Action News.
All right, Eve, quick question. All right, you were stuck for about 5 hours. Is that what you told us?
We were stuck for about 5 hours. Yeah, Rick, we came in bright and early trying to get around this backup, trying to get our money live shot. And unfortunately, well, we did get a pretty good live shot being down there in all of the action. So,
all right. What was the hardest part for you? Was it staying warm? Did you get hungry? What was the hardest part you had to contend with?
We were okay. Luckily, my cameraman Spin filled us up on fuel. We were okay. People around us toward the end of the 5 hours were starting to get a little antsy, needing to walk around, needing to get a bite to eat. So luckily, we didn't have it nearly as bad as some of the folks that were further down the road here.
All right, Eve, thank you. Thank you for checking in. Eve Tannery at WFMZ.